Good to welcome everyone here. And we have a number of items, but we have one big item that we're going to start with, which is a really terrific announcement that a team of community businesses, agencies, and stakeholders are going to make this morning. So I want to invite Jerry Courtney, who's been leading this effort, up to tell us what came in the mail yesterday. Okay. And we're allowed now to talk about it. So, Jerry, come up.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. It's really a great pleasure to be here this morning to announce that yesterday Activate Allen County was awarded a Small Communities Transformation Grant by the Center for Disease Control for $1.2 million. It's a 2-year grant. We were one of 40 communities nationwide and the only community in the state of Ohio to receive the award. And with that, I would like to introduce some folks and have a number of our Activate Allen County team tell you a little bit about what's going to take place the next 2 years. This would not have happened if we hadn't had a great grant writing team. And a couple of these folks are not here because of their travel schedule, but the grant writing team consisted of Tom Macer from Regional Planning Commission. Tom's a member of Activate Allen County. Kathy Lung, our Health Commissioner. Janice Sunderhaus, our co-coach of Activate Allen County from Health Partners of Western Ohio. And our great grant writer, Cathy Corcella. Kathy's going to speak in a few minutes. Kathy's out of Columbus, but also grew up here in South Lima. And then Sally Courtney from the YMCA made up our grant writing team. It took us 5 weeks. Cathy Corcella had over 128 hours in the project by herself, so there were hundreds of hours of putting this together. I also, before we move down the agenda, there's a couple members of Activate Allen County that are here that will not be making a presentation today, but I would like to introduce Bambi Markham, a member of our coalition, the retired executive of West Ohio Food Bank. Chris Burns Dibiasio from Ohio Northern University, one of our fine institutions of higher education in the region, and Jim Shine, who is the publisher of Lima News, but also a member of Activate Allen County. I'd like to turn it over to Cathy Corcella now to talk a little bit about what is the purpose of the Small Communities Transformation Grant Program. Cathy.
Thank you, Jerry. Good morning. I'd like to spend just a few minutes this morning giving you some background information on the Community Transformation Grants Small Communities Program. This program was authorized by the Affordable Care Act, and it's part of a market basket of tools that the Affordable Care Act put together in order to improve health in the United States and, as a result, bring down the cost of health care for Americans. This program is administered by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And as Jerry said, this week they announced over $70 million worth of funding to 40 communities in the United States. These communities are all 500,000 population or less. This is the second large initiative under the Communities Transformation Grant Program. The first was for larger communities. So we are the only recipients in the state of Ohio. Very happy to be here today. The Community Transformation Grant Program has 3 long-term objectives. The first is to reduce death and disability that result from tobacco use. The second is to reduce death and disability from heart disease. And the third is to reduce obesity in the United States. In order to do this, the Community Transformation Grant Program has identified 5 strategic directions. The first is tobacco-free living. The second is active living and healthy eating. The third is high-impact, quality, clinical, preventive services. Social and emotional wellness is the 4th strategic direction, and the final one is healthy and safe environments. The Community Transformation Grant Program required proposals that were evidence-based and that were supported by cross-sector engagement. In other words, people from different sectors of the economy, education, healthcare, government, business, coming together for a community-wide proposal. The Community Transformation Grant has 5 measures of success that we'll be looking at here in Allen County, and these include changes in weight, changes in proper nutrition, changes in physical activity, changes in tobacco use, and changes in emotional well-being. The Community Transformation Grant Program is expected to improve the health of 130 Americans. Because of the efforts of Activate Allen County, 106,000 of those Americans will be part of Allen County. Thank you.
Now we want to ask Ann Miles to come up and tell us about why this is important.
Good morning. Why is this work so important, and why this grant will allow us to do much needed work in this community? Here are some alarming statistics about Allen County. Allen County is ranked 83 out of 88 counties for poor health indicators. It has the second highest obesity rate in the state, 36.6, and this is compared to 27% nationally and 29% in Ohio. 12.1 adults in this area have diabetes, and that is those have been diagnosed as having diabetes. There are still some that have not been diagnosed. And our diabetes rate is 8.3. It's 12.1 for our area, 8.3 nationally, and 9.1 in Ohio. 50% of Allen County do not have access to a car. This prevents them from having the ability to go to doctor's appointments, go to stores, and so forth. 18,000 residents in Allen County live in a designated food desert. A food desert is defined as an area, usually in a low-income area, where there is no really access to grocery stores or supermarkets. 13 out of 19 school districts in Allen County have more than 40% of their children eligible for free and reduced lunch. As you can see, these indicators shows that this particular grant is right for this area here, and it will go a long ways to help a lot of the residents in this area have a better quality of life. Thank you.
I should mention that Ann represents the Lima City School Board on the board of Activate Allen County. Brian Smith is here representing St. Rita's, and Brian, along with Mike Swick, both said at the outset, I think when we began our conversations 2 years ago, that something had to be done that was more than nibbling at the edges, and I think that that's what we're announcing today.
Thank you, Dave. And he did quote Mike and I correctly. And so this is a very, very happy day for Lima and Allen County, and I'm so proud to represent Mike Swick and myself here on behalf of the healthcare systems here locally to talk about this opportunity. You've heard Cathy talk about what our outcomes and measures of success will be. You've heard Ann talk about what the reason is, the why that we're doing this. I want to talk about the how. So there's really 4 areas that we're going to be focusing on through this small community transformation grant: tobacco-free living, active living and healthy eating, high-impact quality clinical preventive services, and healthy and safe physical environments. To help accomplish this, we'll be establishing an Activate Allen County office with 5 staff. It'll be located in the YMCA annex. In our grant application, this was something that was noted as a positive by the folks who evaluated our grant, and the fact that in this particular space we already have 7 nonprofit agencies helping almost 400 vulnerable families a week. And so we know exactly where one of the needs are, and this is a way to help address that. This will also, through these areas of focus, help us launch 19 health-based initiatives that are evidence-based. And so you hear a lot about healthcare reform, and Cathy referenced the Accountable Care Act, where these dollars and funds flow from. I mean, evidence-based health practices are something we need to spread as quickly as possible and resource within the community to help improve the status of our population and of our fellow colleagues and citizens. So, by using this type of format, we should be able to get great success. We'll be training 24 individuals as diabetes prevention specialists. We'll be training 12 individuals as tobacco cessation specialists. We'll also be launching healthy eating, active living, and tobacco-free living media campaigns to help target different parts of our population to help make a difference. This will also allow us, with Activate Allen County, to conduct 2 healthy living summits on active living and healthy eating. We also will be developing an active transportation plan that will help us create an environment that's more pedestrian-friendly, bike-friendly, is also more environmentally friendly, and provides opportunities for people to get to places in the community to help them achieve a healthy lifestyle. One of the things we haven't talked a lot about is this will have a major research and data collection component to the project as well. They'll help us, again, develop additional evidence as we spread this across other communities in the state and the country. So thank you for the opportunity to speak this morning on behalf of Mike and I.
Thank you, Brian. And actually, it was a nice segue to the next topic, which is the evaluation of the project. And it's great that as partners in this, we have both Ohio Northern and Ohio State University, and I want to ask Dr. Dibiasio and Dr. Schneider and Dr. Christine North to come up and talk to us about what is going to be put in place to make certain that at the end of the day, we can demonstrate what we've accomplished. Come up.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm pleased to be joined with my colleagues to have a role in this exciting venture. I first want to congratulate the leadership team that identified and sought this grant opportunity and the grant writing team that secured it. Tremendous job. We're very proud in this community of the result. ONU is very, very glad to be a participant in this. We are also pleased that in her role as Director of Community Relations, my spouse, my energetic spouse and enthusiastic spouse, Chris, is in a leadership role with the Activate Allen County Executive Board and has an opportunity to connect dots and to identify ways that our institution and the broader needs of the community can come together in partnership and collaboration. So we're very pleased that this is one of the tangible ways that's happening at this point. We do at the university want to be a resource. We have much to offer at Ohio Northern University as a comprehensive institution and be a resource for greater community and regional improvement. We value health and wellness initiatives. This is certainly a major one, so we're very glad to be participating in something that is important to the university as well. And I think most important is we want to do more in terms of collaborating and identifying and seeking partnerships with a variety of entities in the region and in the community. So this is a prime example of that as well. And to be an educational partner with OSU, I think speaks well of our ability to work together to do more for our communities. And so I'm glad that we're able to partner with John and that Chris, one of our faculty members, is able to lend her expertise to this as well. So let me turn it over to John, who can speak a little bit more specifically, and Chris, about the evaluation piece in the grant.
Thank you, Dan. It is indeed a great day for Lima and Allen County today. The partnership that you just heard about is actually a characteristic that is making this happen, and it's actually the strength that will continue to have an impact here. You heard about the statistics. They are compelling statistics. They are the 2009 Allen County Health Risk and Community Needs Assessment. From an evaluation standpoint, we're going to use those as our baseline, and we're going to measure. We're going to measure the processes that we use. So those are the interventions, and that may be counting the number of individuals that are served in something, but that doesn't necessarily get all the way to the bottom line, which is the impact or the outcome. So we will also measure on the outcome side. We'll actually need both of those levels of measure to make this successful. Understand that we're beginning with evidence-based approaches or interventions. So this is our way of knowing when we apply these in our communities, are they successful or not? And we're going to be able to do that in a partnership with this community, multiple agencies, multiple forces, multiple strengths, I should say. And I'm delighted to be partnering with Ohio Northern University in doing this. Christine?
Thank you very much. Likewise, I'm also very excited to be a part of this project. One of the things that's received a lot of attention of late in the whole health discussion in this country is the social determinants of health. What are the social structures, whether that be the schools, the environment, access and transportation to food, to healthcare, et cetera, that do impact the way that people's health is maintained in this country. And we know already from the information that's been shared that Allen County has a number of these social determinants that are working against the citizens here. Part of our job as the data collection component of this is to determine where are the weak links, what things are we doing that help to strengthen those links and to provide data, results, not just stab in the dark, hey, we think this is a good idea, but how can we prove that? To that end, this collaborative effort is going to be wonderful to have the expertise of a variety of faculty, to have the input of students. By the way, this is excellent for students. They are the future of this country. To get them involved at this level, this early in their careers, to be able to take this out into their life and community once they leave their educational experiences is another part of it. So we will have students involved in helping to design the data collection tools. We will have students involved in the actual collecting of that data, and we will have students involved in running the numbers, calculating the statistics, finding the results. So it is an exciting time, not just for Allen County, not just for the universities, but for the future of the country with our students.
Very good. Thank you. Now, I think I'm supposed to introduce Jerry, who you all are supposed to imagine is Tom Mazer.
I'm not sure that's a stretch.
Yeah. So your hair needs to be poofy or something. And Tom/Jerry, if you'll come up and talk to us about the active transportation component.
I've been called a lot of things, but never Tom. So, as many of you know, the Lima-Allen County Regional Planning Commission has been working for some time with different townships, different communities throughout Allen County to develop a comprehensive active transportation plan. And at the end of the day, it was referenced earlier, it means how does sidewalks, how does bike paths, bike trails fit into transportation along with the vehicles. And there's pieces that exist all over the county. What this opportunity will provide is us to put it together in a comprehensive plan tied to health outcomes. Because there's a direct relationship. I would suggest we are either building a community for the future that's going to be healthy and prosper economically, or we are building a community, if we continue down the path that we have, that will not be healthy and that will not be economically viable. Make no bones about this. You may think this is a health initiative. This is a health initiative, but it is equally an economic issue. Companies quite simply do not relocate where the vast majority of the citizens are unhealthy. The health care costs are going to prohibit that. We referenced our obesity rate for the state. And currently we're the 13th highest in the U.S. The projection is for us to go from the high 30% overall in the state of Ohio, either overweight or obese, to 59% by the year 2030. In the state of Ohio, last year at the current rate of obesity, obesity-related health care costs exceeded $4.2 billion. Think about that doubling or even more so and what effect that will have on our economy. So this is critical for us to look at this from a broad, comprehensive, data-driven, evidence-based approach. So a plan will be put together tying it to economic viability and more positive health outcomes. The other component that was referenced early is a major branding campaign, and there is actually research in the country done by 3 of our leading medical institutions that says Mondays of the week are the day that we in the United States are most likely to make a change in our life. And so we will launch through the media a Healthy Monday campaign for the next 2 years, of where we will, through website, social media, our news, our TV, radio, we will begin to discuss and have dialogue with the citizens of Allen County around what does it mean to be healthy, and what do we need to do to move from one of the least healthiest places in the state of Ohio to one of the most healthy places in Ohio. And so with that, I'll turn it back over so we can wrap this up.
Okay. Thank you, Jerry, Tom, or whatever your name is. Janice Sunderhaus will speak next. I want to really give appropriate kudos to Janice. She came to see me a little over 2 years ago, and any of you that know Janice knows that that means you're in trouble. And Janice came to stimulate the conversation following the Health Care Act that we needed to, frankly, anticipate what that might mean for our community as a set of opportunities. And while I resisted mightily, I gave in. And we did, in fact, stimulate a set of conversations that have resulted, in a lot of people coming together in a very substantive way. So, Janice, you're going to now introduce the folks that are going to make this happen.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Did not go willingly at all. So I mean, maybe it was my approach. I don't know. I've been told that before, so I need to work on that. But anyways, we're really excited. It's been a great opportunity, and because of the collaboration with Activate Allen County, we really are ready to hit the ground running. We got official notice last night, and I'm happy to say that come Monday morning, which was when the official start of the grant is, we will have a complete team ready to go and begin the hard work that's in front of us. So Jerry, Courtney, and I will be co-coaches on the project. And what was really great is we've been able to pull experts from within the community, from many of our Activate Allen County partners, that will really have a team ready to go. So I'd like to introduce Cherry Mitchell. She actually will be our project director. Cherry comes from Health Partners of Western Ohio. Cherry is originally from Miami, Florida. She has a master's in public health, and she's very excited to get jumped on this project and get going. So we're excited to have her in the community and have her take this role on. Denise Barnes, where's Denise at? Come on up, Denise. Denise is a familiar figure to the community. She's probably been involved in every community outreach project. Denise was the neighborhood nurse with St. Rita's for many years, knows many of the people. She's going to be a great help to Cherry to learn the community and everyone in there. And Denise is going to be the Healthy Living team leader. Nancy Boniface is with us. Nancy is coming on loan from St. Rita's Medical Center. She's a tobacco specialist, and she will be head of the Tobacco-Free Living team leader. And then also we have Josh Utterbrink. Is Josh here? Josh is not here today. Josh is the Health and Wellness Director from the Y, and he will be on loan to be the Active Living team leader. And all of these people will be full-time on the project, so there's people that they have jobs in other areas that are being picked up by other people, and so we really thank all the agencies that are donating their people for this project that they will be completely full-time immersed in. Chris Martin is going to be the fiscal agent. She's with the YMCA. There she is. She's hiding from me. She's going to be the financial kind of controller over this. The money comes in through the YMCA. So we appreciate all her work on this. And then everybody else on the Activate Allen County will be taking leads and different pieces of it. So this will be kind of our team leader. They will be the responsible for the day-to-day activity, but many people in the community will have a piece of this project. So we're very excited. We think we've got a great team who know the challenge ahead of them, are ready to get working on Monday morning. So I don't know that any community can say they've got their team ready to start Monday morning. So we're very excited.
Very good. Thank you all. I would agree. I think being up and running that fast is terrific and great news for the entire community. So I want to thank everybody that's worked so hard to make this happen, and we'll look forward to all of the results that this now promises us. We do have several other topics this morning, none quite as momentous but still important topics that we want to share with the public. And Peggy Ehora, Mrs. Ehora, is here on behalf of Dominion Gas with an update on the pipeline project.
Thank you. Ty, my colleague from the gas company, just leaned over and he says, "Man, it's going to stink to follow that." And I said, "Yeah, it will. I'm okay with it." And then I got to thinking, when you were planning this press conference, I said, what? It may not equal the excitement of this grant, but what could be almost as exciting? And they said gas lines. Let's have the gas company. So I'm here to talk about all the excitement of what's happening with gas lines in Lima, Ohio. Ty and I have been trying to be a regular here to just discuss what's happening on the streets and in the neighborhoods of Lima, Ohio as it pertains to the replacement of old bare steel gas lines in our system. It's not as exciting to the folks that have to move around them and have traffic disruptions, but in the end, it should be a very good project for traffic flow and for way less disruptions in their lives going forward. We just want to talk briefly about what we call PIR Project 543 and 298, and for the folks living in the Bryce Avenue, Woodward, and Ritchie Avenues, that will be them. That project has been under construction for a while, and we anticipate the completion for both of those areas around November the 15th. Project 508, which is we call the St. Rita's project, we've been doing some mainline work. We're actually coming through the campus of the hospital to complete that project this week and anticipate no problems there. Projects 506 and 520. 506 is Kibbe and Atlantic, and 520 is Wendell and Glenwood Avenues. Those are under construction, just newly under construction, and we anticipate those to be completed around March 15th. The last two projects that we have mentioned in previous press conferences are projects 1014 and 1015, which is Singleton Avenue and West Market Street in the Cable Road area. Those projects have been postponed until the first quarter of 2013. And so when we say first quarter of 2013, if anybody appreciates weather-driven work, the gas company probably is as susceptible to it as anyone. So we'll see what January and February hold for us as to when those projects will start. It will be about a 45-day construction period, and it could get into the second quarter just depending on what the weather is like. The restoration on the projects that we have completed, like the fair, where were we? Around Cook Park area, Michael, Kibbe, those are all done, and restoration should be complete. We're not saying that's without hitches, so sometimes we're still getting some calls. As you can imagine, reseeding of grass was a very difficult problem for us this summer because it just didn't take. And so we've gone back and reseeded a lot of those areas. The last thing I want to talk about, and we've mentioned this before, it's completely unrelated to PIR. We talk about these badges, and we do talk about them in the sense of PIR for people to have access to your homes. These projects require us to get into folks' homes. We're moving meters from inside to out, and so sometimes we need access to the inside of the homes, and we always ask people to see these badges because anybody associated with Dominion will have them. We got reports last week that there are gas marketers that are working door to door in the Lima area, which is okay. It's just that a lot of times when the gas marketers come to homes, they say that they represent Dominion, and then they start asking questions about your bill, and they want to see things. And we just want folks to know that those gas marketers are certainly, by law, allowed to be at your house to sell you gas. It would be like if they were coming to talk to you about the gasoline in your car. It would be representatives from Speedway or BP or the gas stations. That's how, simplified that would be. But there's no need to have access to a home, to get into your home, to do anything with you switching your natural gas supplier. There is no need for them to see your bill unless you have chosen to pick them as a gas supplier and you want to convert to them. So again, these badges, I noticed Brian wearing his from the hospital. This is a pretty competent way for companies to identify their employees, and so we ask for you to see these if you are doubtful. So thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Peggy. Doug Durliat's here from Rhodes State College with an announcement about an upcoming class in manufacturing.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning, everyone. I've been here at several other the news conference here talking about an upcoming manufacturing pathway class that we do offer multiple times a year thanks to a community development block grant administered through Rhodes State College. Next one is going to begin October 8th, and it'll run through October 24th. It's at no cost for students. We do have limited seating, but seats are available. I think what makes this pretty different from most other announcements is that things are starting to happen at Rhodes State College. It's a little early to get into details, but last week we were notified of the awarding of a significant grant for manufacturing training in the automotive industry. We have at least 2 others that we're waiting on word on whether we get the grant or not, which could really expand manufacturing-related training. And where this program fits in for the person who has been out of school, would like to get their skills ramped up for manufacturing, this could be a pretty good transitional program. And all it is, what I tell students, is it's an investment in your time. It doesn't cost anything out of pocket, but it'll get you on that first step toward more advanced training to get you the type of training for the good paying and the more stable manufacturing jobs. And the reason we're getting grants such as the one we heard about last week, and where we could very well be getting more grants in the foreseeable future, is that there's some things happening in the manufacturing front here in West Central Ohio, and they're looking at Rhodes State College and some other partners that we affiliate with as places where the grant money could be money well spent. So just encouraging people to take advantage of opportunities such as those given by the City of Lima through the CDBG. And we have flyers in the back of the room there for more details, or you can get a hold of me at 419-995-8353 to get enrolled in this next class that starts in October. And if this class gets filled, we'll have others. We have up to 5 more per year, and the next one would be in January. So if the October class gets filled, you don't have to wait too long to get into the next one. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Doug. And we have 2 speakers from LACNIP, Nell Lester and John Schneider, with separate announcements. You want to both come up, please?
Good morning. Good morning. We have 2 things that are going to be going on. One of them is we're looking for a few good neighbors. Allen County neighborhoods are looking for neighbors to recognize in the annual Lima Allen County Good Neighbor Awards program. Nominations for the Good Neighborhood group in individual business categories are being accepted through October the 18th. Nominations for the Shirley Daly Community Leadership Award is also being accepted for October the 18th, through October the 18th. The countywide award program is co-sponsored by Lima Allen County Neighborhoods in Partnership, LACNIP, the Allen County Commissioners, and the City of Lima, to recognize the efforts to who have invested the energy in improving the quality of residents in Allen County. Nominees must be a resident of Allen County or have significant business experience in Allen County. Nominees must have been residing or operating in Allen County for 1 year or more. The purpose of this award is to recognize both small and large efforts to improve Allen County neighborhoods, acting as a role model for neighbors and organizing community values. The outstanding community leader will be selected for Shirley Daly Community Award. A winner will be awarded $1,000 to donate to a nonprofit organization. And I just want to say one thing. When people select for Shirley Daly, she was an outstanding lady, and she worked with a lot of diversity in the community. And she went out there and worked it. She didn't care who you were or what you were, she worked it. And I just want to say, when you look for someone that's eligible for this award, please look for those qualities in the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Nell. John?
John Snyder, also on the LACNIP board. LACNIP will be sponsoring a candidates forum or debate on next Tuesday, not far off, on Tuesday, October 2nd. And it will be the candidates for Allen County Commissioner. The candidates, and it's an open seat. There's no one running for re-election, so there will, without question, be a new county commissioner. The candidates are Don Kissick from the Libertarian Party, Connie Miller, Democratic Party, and Mr. Corey Noonan from the Republican Party. This is an opportunity for individuals to meet the candidates and also ask questions. Part of our approach with LACNIP is instead of having the news media ask questions, the questions will come from the public. The average citizen can come there and ask questions of these candidates. What's going to be the future in terms of relationship with townships and cities within Allen County, also about economic future, or whatever they wish to bring up. So the citizens are welcome to come to this. Again, it's on Tuesday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. on Tuesday, October 2nd at Lima Senior High School cafeteria. Candidates are Mr. Don Kissick, Connie Miller, and Mr. Corey Noonan. The moderator will be Dr. Matt Kinkley from Rhodes State College. The idea is to have an impartial moderator. We're not advocating for any candidate. We do advocate for an informed electorate, where people become informed and be active in civic life throughout the year, and especially now in election season. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is all that we have for today. So we will break down for interviews. I thank everybody for your time. That's great news. We'll get it out and share it. Thank you.